Nice.
Welcome, everybody, to Fantasy Rush. I'm Steve.
And I'm Mike. This is, man, the season's kicking right along. But, Steve, before we start the show today.
Yeah.
We've been doing a couple of serious topics and one that is kind of near and dear to me again.
Okay.
I just want everyone out there to know I've been on that side where you struggle with a family member or a loved one, hoping and praying for some kind of different outcome than the week in and week out losses for the Raiders.
Oh.
And this week, stop making me. And this week, there was a very tough loss to the one and only Detroit Lions. We are on a 2-game win streak, baby.
Of course we're talking about the Lions, man. Really? Do we have to talk about the Lions?
Every week that they win. That's what you told me.
Oh, my God. No, man, I said I did say I hope they didn't win.
2-game win streak, baby. That one's for you, Mr. David. Boom. Coming at you. And all you other Raider fans out there. But for just 50 cents a day, you can sponsor one of these poor Raider fans.
That's just cold, man.
And help them
That's just cold.
buy a jersey of a winning team.
Man, how many wins do your Lions have?
Hey, we have 3. That's all that we need.
You know what? I'm going to let that one slide because I like the fact that the Raiders lost because David's been talking so much smack that it's actually kind of, it's good. Kind of bring him down to earth a little bit. Now, he did win. I think he's going to win in our league. Win.
But he has the chance to lose next week because
he's playing me, of course. I'm not messing up in my lineup. I'm just letting you know right now. That's not going to happen. No, I'm not going to get cute with it. And he's scared. Yeah, he's scared because, you know when somebody's scared because they start
they talk.
Just talking. And then he said, "Oh, it's okay. I can afford a loss. So if I lose." So he's already thinking loss. I see it. I'm already in his head. I'm in your head, David. I'm there.
Well, with week 11 coming to a close, everybody, fantasy and in real life football, are looking to the playoffs, and that the Lions.
Oh my God, really?
have a chance at making the playoffs.
They have a chance, man. Come on. They have like a 0.3% chance. They have to win out. And then that's still 0.3%. I don't think so.
But you're saying there's a chance.
Oh, come on, man. See, this is a lion talking. That's all he hears is chance. And he's like, yeah, we're going to – look, they have to play the Eagles. I know
win.
The Eagles didn't do very well.
Win. That's a win.
They have to play the Packers again.
Okay, we did it at home. We did it at their home. We're going to do it at our home.
Right, they do play at home. And then they're at the Rams.
Done.
At Saints.
Easy,
really? The Saints can put up some points, man.
Yeah, but Stafford, the opposing QBs are throwing
Stafford's
40 points.
Stafford's going to throw like 4 interceptions, against the Saints.
No, not the interceptions, touchdowns.
Okay, 49ers? All right, that's a win.
That's a win. That's a bye week.
I'm not even going to argue that one.
This year it's a bye.
And then they finish at the Bears, a rivalry game.
Come on. I don't see a hard game in there. That's a
spoken like a true Lions
that's
fan.
An easy
I think
schedule.
He's in denial, man. He's almost as bad, not as bad, almost as bad as a Raiders fan. But we're gonna move on because this guy's gonna start talking about the Lions even more than he's already talked more than I even want to talk about. So your Lions, they're not making the playoffs, man. You heard it here. They're not making the playoffs.
This week, we had, again, a monumental set of injuries. We had 2 players on the Ravens go down for the season.
It's crazy.
Broke his arm. Flacco was out there. He tore the
ACL.
But he finished the game.
Yeah, that was crazy.
He played the last series with a torn ACL and got him into field goal range for the win. That's some guts.
Yeah, he's a tough guy, but
I'd be the baby on the bench saying, "Give me the morphine, just knock me out, coach."
Excuse me. Yeah, I feel like those are big injuries. I mean, they're the only 2 guys they had left.
No, and so this pretty much, I mean, with Steve Smith gone, Forsett now, Flacco, Terrell Suggs. That team
they're
is
rookie too. Perryman was out, but he didn't even play, so it's gonna be tough being a Ravens fan right now.
It's done.
Marshawn Lynch, he was inactive.
A late scratch.
He was a late scratch. Now they're saying he might require sports hernia surgery. So if he does get the surgery, he's out for the regular season, which means he's out for your team.
Thomas Rawls, my boy from Central Michigan. I love the Homer boys. Antonio Brown, Thomas Rawls, get them.
I didn't even know he went to Central Michigan, man. That was news to me. Michael Floyd was also a late scratch. Yep. He was kind of 50-50. There was a couple Twitter questions that people asked about. Actually, one of my buddies asked me about Michael Floyd. We kind of figured he wasn't going to play. So he didn't play. That helped John Brown a little bit. He had a decent game.
Yep.
Also, that rookie J.J. Nelson. So. Devontae Freeman, he went out in the first quarter. He had a head injury.
Yeah, a little bit of a concussion.
They took him out. I honestly think they took him out because he's so valuable to that team. So it seems like he's okay. He passed some of the early concussion protocols. So just keep an eye on him. He's day to day.
Yep.
Charkandrick West, he went on the second quarter, and I mean
That's the soft tissue injuries this year have been
hamstring,
huge.
And keep an eye on him. Spencer Ware definitely took advantage. Had over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Not worth a pickup unless you hear by late tomorrow, early Wednesday that he's going to be missing more than a couple.
I mean, West has been a beast in the starting role. So if he's in there, everybody else is irrelevant.
Yep.
Mario Sanders was also an inactive. That's 2 weeks in a row that he's put up 0 points.
Yeah.
The week before, he went out in the first quarter, literally after the first play. I think also with the concussion. Yep. And now he has toe and ankle injuries. So just keep an eye on him. I mean, that offense is already anemic. So that hurt the Broncos, although Demaryius Thomas did pretty well this past week. So.
Well, and Osweiler stepped in just like he was supposed to do.
And they got to win.
And within the first couple of plays, hit Thomas for a big touchdown, 50-some yards, 56 yards, 58 yards. So they'll do okay. They'll be all right.
Just keep an eye on him. Don't leave him in your starting lineup if he's not going to play.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about Eddie Lacy.
I loved Eddie Lacy this week. I didn't start him in my leagues. I was I follow my own advice when I give it to you guys too. I put him on the bench, but you know what? I was sad I didn't start him because I mean he put up some decent numbers.
He put up his first 100-yard game of the season.
Absolutely.
And you're excited if you traded for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mentioned to Mike, and I don't remember, did you mention it on the show last week?
Mm-hmm.
I did trade for him in one of my leagues.
Yep. I trade for him too, but this guy wanted to give me pennies on the dollar for him and send me some of his garbage, leftover, washed up running backs. Like, I'll give you Langford, who's going to be.
My bench does better than his starting lineup.
I give you Langford, who's going to be fantasy irrelevant in a week for Eddie Lacy, and I'm like, no. Why would I? Come on, man.
Look, like I said, I was following my lead, which I said trade your 5th running back for Eddie Lacy because somebody out there is going to give him to you because people were cutting him. So you're excited. If you have him, you're excited.
Absolutely.
Hopefully he keeps us up for the stretch run and you're good. Matt Forte, he's looking better.
Could be back.
He had a more vigorous workout on Monday, so it looks like he might be ready to go. Now, it is a Thursday game, so it's a Thanksgiving Day.
Thursday night, so keep an eye.
Keep an eye on him.
You're going to lose a couple of running backs if you want to put them into the starting lineup.
Langford finally looked human, but he did go up against the Broncos. I mean, they've
been pretty much unstoppable.
He still had a
entire
touchdown,
year.
so I mean, he did okay. But I mean, like Mike said, it's an evening game, so just keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
DeAndre Hopkins,
dude, he's a beast.
That dude should have his own island. He visited Revis Island and said. He put his flag down. Boom! This is my island. I'm taking over.
He sent a postcard from Revis Island.
I know, man.
Just hanging out, enjoying the waves.
I don't know. I think he had one of those airplanes, flying around with the little banners saying
"Jeez,
Hopkins Island."
Dude, can you stop him?
That's just is ridiculous.
Nobody.
I was telling him, man, it's not fair to be that good, man. It just isn't. Like he's amazing.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who's throwing him the ball. He's going to put up 200 yards.
Yeah, it seems like it.
It's dumb.
And 2 touchdowns.
It's frustrating when you play against him.
I'm excited because I have him in like 4 leagues, so I'm good. Thomas Rawls, we talked about Marshawn Lynch earlier. He had a beast of a game too.
He is a beast.
Now, Let me preface this.
Because he's a beast because
no, man.
He's from Central Michigan.
Oh, get out of here, man. No, man. He's because he played the 49ers. Come on. I think we could run the ball and get at least 50 yards against the 49ers. I mean, that was just... Sorry, 49ers fans. I know out there a couple of my buddies
There's a lot of, fans. Like, northern NorCal hate going on right now.
There is, actually. You know what? I just noticed that. But they're terrible. So
yeah, Thomas Rawls had a great game. And with Marshawn Lynch possibly missing some weeks, like we said.
Well, we say he might miss the season. So
he's
Rawls
definitely worth an ad. Put him at the top of your waiver wire pickup because the stiff arms that guy throws out. He's beast mode 2.0.
He is. He's a tough runner. I mean, he's definitely. If you have him, great. You're feeling good about it. If you can go get him, or if you can, he should be your number one waiver priority. If you definitely need a running back.
Yep.
Actually, either way, just make him your number one waiver.
Doug Martin. Jeez.
Oh man, he
muscle hamster.
Everything. Whatever people call him, the juggernaut, muscle hamster. Dude. I mean, he was beasting.
Yeah.
235 yards rushing, and it's because he didn't even score a touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean, he was.
Wow, great running job. I mean,
that was awesome.
And the thing is you look at the stat line for that game, the Tampa Bay game, and
they blew out the Eagles.
Jameis Winston had 186 yards passing with 5 touchdowns.
5 touchdowns,
it's
man.
Like that's nothing.
I'm
you
sure
should have like 400 yards.
I'm sure some of you greedy Doug Martin fans were like, "Why couldn't he get 2 or 3 touchdowns?" But
well, and Jameis Winston did a great job passing the ball around too, because there was a lot of touchdowns by some no-name guys.
Yeah, some rookies,
fantasy irrelevant. Yeah, but they were having fun. They got up and they were having fun. That's all that was.
I learned my lesson. I'm never starting. As a Cowboys fan, I'm never starting an NFC East rival defense ever again because I lost one of my games because I started the Eagles defense at -6 points.
And you got your boy back, Tony Romo.
Tony Romo, yes. Let's talk about my Cowboys for a little bit. Tony Romo is 3-0 as a starter. He's talking about his Lions. Here's the thing, though. I don't have the Vikings and the Packers in my division. I have a terrible division, which is awesome for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
They actually have a legitimate chance to make the playoffs, unlike his 0.3% or whatever. We can actually win the division, and that automatically gives us a playoff bid. So.
No, the Cowboys are back. They're, everybody on that team is starting to become fantasy relevant again because for the longest time.
Had another great game too.
Well, and my thing was, what's up, Jerry Jones? You tout Brandon Weeden with the most beautiful, gifted arm you've ever seen, and you cut him.
I told this guy, man, Jerry Jones likes to play. Man.
Jerry Jones must.
He said the same thing before he fired Wade Phillips.
And Greg Hardy is a leader. In the locker room, someone to look up to.
Look, I ain't gonna talk about my Cowboys all day like this guy talks about his Lions.
I'll talk about your Cowboys
facts.
all day. I don't care.
Tony Romo is undefeated as he started quarterback, and you heard it here first. They're gonna beat the Panthers
so is Brock
on
Osweiler.
Thanksgiving Day.
Brock Osweiler, he's undefeated as a starter this year.
He looked good too.
He's 1-0. They're undefeated with Brock Osweiler.
Let's try to diminish my Cowboys, man.
Deshaun Jackson had a great game. He came back. Yeah. He got 8 targets. Kirk
Remember,
Cousins.
this guy is like making fun of me. I told you guys to pick him up a couple weeks ago, and this guy was just laughing. I'm like,
he had one game. Make him put up back-to-back numbers.
He's healthy.
Make him put up.
He did it against the Panthers. He had a 56-yard touchdown bomb. I mean, that was the majority of his fantasy points.
Yeah.
But he had 8 targets, which tied the lead with Jordan Reed.
Yeah.
He's making his comeback. I mean, all I said is pick him up, wait and see. We did say not to start. Well, I did say not to start him this week.
Thank goodness, you would have been wrong.
I know, I was wrong. But that's good sign. If you can do that against the Panthers, you feel good about picking him up.
Yeah. So with all that said, all the new injuries that have come up, all the guys that you should go out and pick up, I think it's time that we talk about
Start That Fool.
All right, guys. So we're going to get right down to it. Thanksgiving Day, Eddie Lacy versus Chicago.
Eddie Lacy had his first 100-yard game playing against the Bears. Start that fool.
Absolutely start that fool. I'm going to put him in my lineup across the board.
Yeah.
Tevon Coleman versus Minnesota if Devonta Freeman misses any time.
Well, if Devonta Freeman misses any time, I say sit that fool anyway. I mean, he's going against the Vikings. I don't like it either way.
Yeah, sit that fool. He's not worth an ad. Wait, hold on to Devontae. Let him get healthy. Mark Ingram at Houston. Houston D has been huge lately.
Yeah, he's a little scared about Houston's D, but I say start that fool. Oof. He can catch out of the backfield. I say start him.
See, I am teetering on
he's just
the other side. I'm a little bit worried. Yeah, I think he's going to put up maybe 56 yards and catch a couple passes, but I don't think he's going to get any more than 10 points. I say sit that fool. Yeah. D'Angelo Williams at Seattle.
Stay away from D'Angelo Williams. He had a terrible game going into the bye. I think he's a little banged up.
He's old.
No, man, he's a little banged up.
Tired.
He disappointed me against the Browns. I'm sitting him. I'm not starting him against Seattle. Not in Seattle.
No, absolutely not in Seattle. Sit that fool. T.J. Yeldon versus San Diego.
I actually like T.J. Yeldon. I say you start that fool.
Yep, start him. Tony Romo versus Carolina.
You heard it here. Start Tony Romo. He's going to have a great game against the Panthers, and they're going to win.
No way. Sit that fool.
Cowboy hater.
Sit that fool.
Let you guys know.
Sit that fool. Hater. 3 interceptions, 1 touchdown.
Wow.
That's going to be a bad day. Doug Martin versus at Indianapolis.
He just came off that big 235-yard game. He's not going to have 235 yards again. But I say start that fool. He's going to have a nice game.
Absolutely. He's going to come back down to earth a little bit. But Indianapolis is going to be relying on that run game, so start that fool. Jeremy Hill versus St. Louis.
Jeremy Hill had 2 touchdowns.
Decent game.
However, he still can't run the ball. I mean, he had like less than 3 yards a carry. Sit that fool. St. Louis is tough.
I say start him. He's a goal line back. I mean, he's still going to get those touches. I say start him. And it's my gut.
You have more faith than I do,
it's man. My gut. I have more faith in him than Mark Ingram. Anyways, guys, we still have our No Shave November contest going on.
He's still cheating.
I've cheated one time.
Hey,
but that's all right. It was for love. It was for love. So check out the site here, www.noshave.org. Donate, get involved. Don't forget about our Twitter contest. Send us your pictures before, during, after, but make sure you're after you come up with some kind of like beard design. I'm contemplating mine, so make sure you check out our December show where we're going to do the show with our crazy beards. But it's for a good cause, and you could win a $25 gift card. So send us your pics.
Yeah. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and on Instagram at Fantasy Rush LATV. Send us your emails along with those beard pics. Any questions, any concerns? Maybe you're just annoyed with somebody you want to vent. Send it to us at fantasyrush@latv.com. Subscribe to our channel. You're already watching. Go watch the other cool sports and the other cool funny. We have some actually funny videos on LATV's YouTube channel, so go check them out. Again, subscribe, share our video, let everybody know about the contest, and I think that's all for us for Fantasy Rush. I'm Steve.
Absolutely. I'm Mike, and good luck this week.
See ya.
See you in the playoffs.
I'll be in the playoffs.
I'll be in the playoffs.